Mark your calendars. September 28, Moldova's heading to the polls. This tiny country is torn politically between Brussels and Moscow. Meanwhile, Russian officials are already throwing shade, calling Moldova's democracy rock bottom. Fake news, twisted anti-EU narratives and online propaganda all trying to steer Moldova's future. So let's break down 3 false narratives you'll see popping up. Is Moldova suppressing the opposition? Russia says yes, pointing to the arrest of Yevgenia Gutsu, the governor of the autonomous Gagauzia region in Moldova. She was charged with secretly funneling $2.5 million from Russia to support a banned party. Gutsu has also been sanctioned by the United States, EU, Canada, Switzerland and others. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov called it an example of illegal pressure on electoral competitors during the campaign. And Russian politician Konstantin Zatulin said that the rapid advancement of the Russian army could solve this problem. But Moldova's courts say it's about illegal financing, not suppressing free speech.
În realitate, opoziția Moldova activează bine mersi, desfășoară proteste, participă liber în alegeri, critică zilnic guvernarea. Într-adevăr, unii membri ai grupării Shor, dirijați de Moscova, sunt vizați în dosare contravenționale și penale pentru încălcarea legii prin finanțare ilegală și organizare de destabilizări și nu pentru că au criticat guvernarea.
The party that Gutsu is accused of funneling money to is fugitive oligarch Elon Shor's party. The pro-Russian politician is currently living in Russia to avoid a 15-year prison sentence for stealing $1 billion from the country's banks. And just recently he offered $3,000 for anyone willing to protest against Moldova's pro-EU government and presidency. False narratives about the EU. Moldovan social media is full of anti-EU vibes, discrediting politicians that support the country's accession into the European Union. A research group found multiple campaigns targeting the Moldovan society with messages inciting mistrust for pro-EU President Maia Sandu. The Atlantic Council uncovered that the TV channel Moldova 24 is secretly linked to the Russian state media. Lately, AI is being used to make disinformation even harder to spot. One example is a video that purports to show Moldova's parliament speaker Igor Grosu, who is allegedly speaking to an EU official and calls the Moldovan people a flock of sheep and says that if we need to fight, we will send Moldovans to war. This video has been manipulated with AI using Grosu's voice. It's spreading online with the visual identity of Digi24, a Romanian news outlet that has never published such a video.
Scopul de fapt e simplu, preluarea controlului asupra Republicii Moldova la alegerile parlamentare prin deturnarea parcursului european al Republicii Moldova. Kremlinul încearcă să-și atingă aceste scopuri prin manipularea și divizarea societății.
Another big issue is Moldova's cooperation with NATO, something that Russia has made a center point of its war against Ukraine as well. False claims about NATO in Moldova. Russia's Foreign Intelligence Agency claims NATO is militarizing Moldova and preparing the country for a conflict with Russia.
Pentru propaganda rusă este important să creeze un dușman extern, un inamic de care moldovenii să aibă frică și pe care să-l respingă. Bazele au fost puse încă din perioada sovietică, procesul a continuat până în prezent și astfel moldovenilor li se insuflă ideea că NATO ar fi o alianță agresivă și războinică, de care trebuie să stea cât mai departe. Având în vedere că Rusia de facto a început războaie, încearcă prin propagandă să facă haos și în rândul cetățenilor.
The claim that NATO wants to station military bases and troops in Moldova is false, and here's why. Moldova is not a NATO member country, and Moldova is by law a neutral state. Article 11 of the Constitution explicitly prohibits the stationing of any foreign military troops on its territory. This means that Moldova would have to change its constitution for NATO troops to ever be stationed. Even if the Moldovan parliament wanted to do that, they would not be able to. Article 142 of the Constitution states that a change to the neutral status can only be made after a referendum. No such referendum has been held so far. In a statement for DW's fact-checking team, NATO officials reaffirmed their commitment to Moldova's neutral status. Technically, NATO's founding treaty does not explicitly bar the establishment of military bases in non-member countries, but the agreement between NATO countries about their troops doesn't mention anything about setting up bases in countries that aren't part of NATO. Such commitments are established instead by bilateral agreements with each government of non-member states. Deployment of foreign troops or military infrastructure requires the full consent of the host nation. The only foreign military that is stationed in Moldova is the Russian military, the operational group of Russian forces, in the unrecognized self-proclaimed Moldovan Republic of Transnistria. Head to DW Fact Check for deeper insights.